The most pressing issue the world faces this decade is the transition from fossil fuels to sustainable renewable energy. As we know, energy underlies the entire fabric of society and global economy. It's the basis of everything we produce, everything we do. Fossil fuels have, really unlocked an economic miracle for humanity over the last century and enabled, previously unthinkable levels of economic growth and prosperity. But we're now, living in the hangover period. We all know now that the major side effects of this carbon-hungry economic growth that we've had. And to avoid this crisis becoming worse than it actually is at the moment, we really need sustainable energy solutions.
VivoPower that started and was founded at the front of the adoption curve will play a vital role in a pattern that has to show rapid exponential change if we have any hope of avoiding these crises.
To drive exponential growth in sustainable energy use, there firstly has to be the political will globally. Now, the good news is that, especially in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, governments around the world have committed to a sustained focus on creating net zero carbon economies. Having said that, though, political commitments will only take us so far and are not enough and are not sustainable in their own right.
Now, that lands responsibilities with corporates, but ultimately that also lands responsibilities with actors like VivoPower, who have a role in that market to actually enable and allow that to be achievable for those corporates with respect to the current economic realities that they're facing. VivoPower's superpower, if you will, is to provide accessible solutions for corporates to accelerate decarbonisation.
We are part of a new generation of B Corps, acting as a catalyst for change, marrying the need to decarbonise our future with solutions that fit current economic realities.
We are the only firm that generates, stores, distributes, and then uses that power, at a company layer. And, lots of other firms have very discrete solutions that will focus on a particular area of expertise. And where Vivo is really unique is that we take a total solution approach to this problem that our customers are looking to address.
VivoPower has been architected from the ground up as a practical, effective, end-to-end decarbonisation solution for corporates. Over the years, we've assembled all the components that a sustainable energy solution requires. From a base of solar power projects and equipment, we're now a single turnkey supplier of all sustainable energy hardware and infrastructure, including our Tembo electric vehicles. So today, we also install and maintain all solution components that make up the sustainable energy solution. We've also started to collect performance data and are developing analytics and management software to optimize the efficiency of our decarbonisation solutions. So this level of integration is critical because the technology is still quite complex. It has not been particularly user-friendly. So our integration takes it out of the early adopter phase. And without VivoPower's integrated solution, the complexity of piecing together disparate components into an effective and economic solution is still somewhat prohibitive for most corporates.
Now, the Tottenham Hotspur deal is a perfect example of that turnkey solution in a microcosm. At the club's state-of-the-art training facility, VivoPower will be evaluating the installation of rooftop solar, battery storage, microgrid and charging infrastructure, which when developed as a system will be able to not only charge the electric vehicles at the ground, but ultimately supply electricity to other energy uses for Tottenham Hotspur, all in a net zero carbon system. That's in addition to the large battery storage system we hope to develop at Tottenham's Stadium, which in time, hopefully we'll be able to use the EV batteries from vehicles after their initial use in those vehicles.
I think VivoPower's future is very much around helping customers that have a very difficult transition to net zero. I think if you look at where we're focused, it's probably the hardest area of all industry and potentially the one that's most motivated to get to net zero carbon emissions.
We know the holistic solution we provide leads the class, not only because we're engaged in projects for leading corporates across Australia, Canada, the US, and the UK, but because we're making a particular impact within the hard to decarbonise industries, such as mining, such as sports infrastructure. Our work is to prove that no sector is too hard to decarbonise, and along the way, we're also improving the quality of life for workers as well. The next phase of acceleration for VivoPower will be driven by the usage data we collect across the ecosystem and the predictive analytics and management software that is being developed at the moment. This will enable us to optimize energy efficiency, scale market penetration, and generate defensible recurring revenues, giving even more customers a route to radically decarbonize their operations. Ultimately, we believe that VivoPower's solutions, especially when grouped with those of other catalyzing B Corps, will be seen by history as an essential part of reaching net zero carbon emissions and limiting the very worst impacts of climate change.